Let's talk YouTube. Now, let's talk YouTube for real estate agents. And I've had two of my friends recently, well, one of them recently absolutely blew up on YouTube. And he went from 3,000 subscribers in December, just what are we, like 6 months ago? Not even, to over 100,000 subscribers, and he's still growing super fast, right? And my other friend has got 101,000 subscribers. Both do different things on YouTube. One of them does more real estate, talks about real estate, the market, and the other one is about flying and his adventures, which is kind of cool. Now, I've got about 15,000 in one channel, about 15,000 in another channel, and then a few thousand in some other spread out channels. So here's where I want to start with you. The type of content that you show up with for YouTube matters. And I'm telling you this because I see some of you go all over the place. So if you look at my two friends, one of them is just real estate market about a certain area, and the other one is just about aviation and his adventures. That's it. And so when you're thinking about your content, you've got to really narrow it down for YouTube. It's more important on YouTube than anything else because YouTube needs to understand what you stand for. This way they can deliver it to that right audience because their audience is massive. So I want you to think of video styles, like styles meaning the content in it. What would it look like? And real estate, I'll give you some ideas. I have them written down here. Relocation guides, right? Moving to Malibu, I'm going to pick Malibu. Moving to Malibu, 10 things you should know before moving to Malibu. Easy, right? It could be 3 things. It could be 5 things. These are great for out-of-town buyers. But again, for me, it's picking the area that I'm working in. And people typically go to YouTube, type this in, and those that go to Google type this in. By the way, same thing on TikTok. They'd use the search bar to type in certain things. But I want you to start thinking of things that people would type in when it comes to your specific content. This is where it gets a little bit tricky for some people because they don't know where to start. And I want to tell you, I typically start with Google. I go to Google and I type in, well, what do I want my video to be about? If I want it to be relocating to Malibu, I would type in relocating to Malibu. And what Google does is it gives me all of these great things. In fact, I'll do it live. I won't share my screen because I know this is mostly a podcast. We are recording it for video on YouTube, but I won't do that to you. So don't worry. Relocating to Malibu. And I'm going to take you through what I find. Typing this in on Google. By the way, I want you to do this too on your own. Type this in onto your phone, onto your computer, wherever you're at. So I typed in relocating to Malibu on my Google Chrome browser. Now, as I scroll down, to me, the thing that I'm looking for is a section called People Also Ask. It's the fastest way to get the right content for you. All right, but there's another step in here. So I'm going to take you through this. Now, when I go to People Also Ask, here's what it gives me. It gives me 4 choices. It says, is living in Malibu worth it? Okay. Number 2, is there a homeless problem in Malibu? That's a really good one. Imagine me driving through Malibu and saying, hey, let's see if there's a homeless problem in Malibu. Drive with me. I like that one. Where is the best place to live in Malibu? That's actually a really good question. And is property expensive in Malibu? Another great question. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy those and I'm going to go to an AI product. I'm going to use Gemini because let me see. I'm going to Gemini, and in Gemini, I'm going to type in. These are the things that people are asking about Malibu. Can you expand on these and make them a YouTube video, right? So, see, I'm hacking the system. This is how I want you to start thinking, right? These are the questions people are asking about Malibu. Easy. Now, make me an outline for a video about these. And I don't want to, let's say I want to be a little bit lazy, right? And I hope that you mix it up, go out there and actually do it in person. But if I want to be a little bit lazy, I want to do it all from home to start off, right? Because I want to shoot 4 videos in a day. I'm going to ask it. I said, these are the questions people are asking about Malibu. Now make me an outline for a video about these and make sure that I can do the video from the comfort of my home just by me sharing my screen and telling people about it. All right, so then I would type that in, and now I would see it populate some information. And it's going to populate the first video title, The Truth About Malibu, Is It Worth It? Homelessness, Best Areas and Costs. What it did is it pieced it all together into one video. And it goes through the introduction for me. Now, first section, it says, is living in Malibu worth it? It says pros and cons. It gives me the outline. Now, is there a homelessness problem in Malibu? And it says, hey, provide a screenshot of where it is, go to the relevant websites. I can expand on it. And I would say, hey, what are the websites I need to go to? The point is, it just outlined this for me without me leaving my home. So you have no excuse. Okay, I wanted to go through that so you can understand what that is. That's number one. What kind of content works? Use Google, use AI to help you. Number two, this one I think we sometimes forget. And your channel, your YouTube channel, is your long-term brand. I mean long-term because my friend Sean Cannell, in the many times we've interviewed him, repeatedly reminds me and says, Tristan, the thing about YouTube is that when you upload something of value to YouTube, it stays there. People will be able to find it 3, 4, 5 years from now. So make it as relevant as possible. And I want you to start thinking about the content that you're creating as more evergreen. So if somebody is moving to Malibu, let's talk a little bit more about what this looks like and maybe expand on it and maybe make a little bit more of a generalization instead of being specific. Definitely make some specific videos, but if you're thinking long-term, not only think long-term people are going to watch this years in advance, but also what we're noticing is that on YouTube, these longer videos are performing great. A longer video would be 30 minutes or more. I'm still getting there. I mean, my videos are about 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes. These videos that we do are usually less than 10 minutes, but this is for the daily podcast, so it's a little different. So I want you to start thinking long-term in 2 ways. One, make your videos longer so people can watch them and listen to them 30 minutes. Hopefully that's the max. I mean, that's the goal, not the max. You can go up to 2-3 hours. Those crazy videos do amazing too. And think long-term, like as I'm creating content, can this still be relevant for people 5 years from now, 7 years from now, right? The answer should be yes for some of those videos you create. Tips for recording for YouTube. The biggest challenge I hear is, well, Tristan, how do I make it look like your videos? I want to get an amazing camera and then an amazing microphone and all lighting and all this stuff. And I just want to tell you, you can use your phone. In the world that we're in right now, when you just use your phone, you literally turn it around and shoot the whole thing with it. I would just recommend that you get a microphone. And I've got this DJI mic set up. And if you're watching, you could see what it looks like. But these are these little devices that you can set up and connect to your phone, take them anywhere you want, and your quality of audio is going to be great. Quality of audio matters. And that is really it. Now, if you're going to share your screen, I would suggest that you have software that allows you to share your screen. You could use Camtasia. to share your screen. You could even use Zoom. If you've got a Zoom account, use Zoom, right? You could just leave it recording your screen if you're going to share something, and then have your phone recording you. This way you have two. And if you want to piece it together, great. If you don't. Don't overcomplicate it, please. The key is, I need you to just do it. I need you to just show up and start recording. And if it gets a little bit more complicated and you're like, but Tristan, I need somebody to piece it together. Remember Jason Walter, my friend. He's got 100,000 subscribers. Watch his videos. Go to YouTube, watch his videos. He records himself with his iPhone and he records a screen, sends it to a virtual assistant, and the virtual assistant pieces it together and sends it back. And that's it. That's how easy that is. And he started by outsourcing it to somebody out in, I forgot who it was, but you can go to Fiverr, outsource it for like $20 a video. Make 2 videos to start. That's $40 in a month. Don't overcomplicate it. And then when it comes to YouTube SEO, here are the 4 things I want you to remember. And then we'll end it here. The title should be search-based. Think of phrases that people are Googling, like we went through initially. That's why I went through that process. Think of how people are searching in your area or for your topic. How are they searching? Next, thumbnails matter. They matter so much. Make it so that when people look at it, they're curious. Like, I wonder what this is about. I wonder what he's going to be talking about. Because the next thing you're going to do when you look at the graphic is underneath, look at part of that title and say, does that title match the graphic? Great, I'm going to click on it. It's very interesting to me. And then the description, like what's in the description. I think this is where you're going to need AI to help you out. And AI will help you out. Just, I need you to write it all out first after you're done with your video, and then go to AI and say, make this so that it's SEO friendly and people will find it on Google, right? And then make it look less AI or put it into 6th grade language, whatever you want to do, right? And then tags and hashtags do work on YouTube. Don't put too many. 1 or 2 is fine. I would say 2 is good. On a YouTube short, on the title, probably put 1 only, maybe 2. Again, not too many. Shorts, my last piece here. Shorts are an amazing opportunity for you on YouTube. And I would also say, both my friends that just massively grew here, they did it all on long form. None of them did it on shorts. But then I've got a third friend who did the opposite, who just grew, I think he's at 700,000 followers, and it's mostly been shorts. Now he's getting into long form now, but those shorts is what blew him up overnight. And so don't sleep on shorts. Just make sure that those short videos that are 3 minutes or less, because they just expanded it, 3 minutes or less, are relevant to the content that you're putting out. Stay in theme, because if you don't, you're going to confuse YouTube. It's a little different than the rest of them. And make sure once you're set to stay consistent. What does consistent, let's see, look like for you? Does that mean 1 video a week? 1 video every 2 weeks? 1 video a month? 1 short a day? 1 short every 3 days? I don't know. That's going to come down to you. If you need this recording, if you need this document, I've got it for you. Have an awesome day.